Shoes. We all need to wear them, but here's some fun ones which I've collected over the years, sort of fun footwear, I suppose. Although I start with things which aren't exactly footwear, they just show footwear. They're little wind-ups which the Japanese and other people have made over the years. And some of them are very charming. They're just literally pairs of shoes that walk. There's another one here which I like very much, which works very well. In the earliest days, when I collected pocket money toys, I had some delightful things which I picked up at joke shops, and I put them on the bottom of these shoes here. As you walk across the floor, well, as you're walking, of course, you bend the shoe, and it sounds as though there's leather squeaking in there. All this is a little tiny gadget which cost a few pence at the time. Makes a squeak as you push it, and you have to put it on the instep, and then it makes quite a nice little effect. I suppose you could put it onto a friend's shoes where they don't expect it, but I like that one. And also at the same time I bought these, which are very visible, but they're a nice idea because they help kids to learn to become tap dancers. It's a little device underneath. Here's one which is not attached, and all it does is to go click, click, click whenever you press it. The sound, providing you do it on a hard floor, not on the carpet, it actually quite exciting. Also in the early days, I picked up these extraordinary looking clogs, they look like. Very heavy and large, but they hide something rather clever, because when you pull out this thing and down comes a pair of roller skate wheels, and this one will do the same. And then when you want to retract them, you simply lift up, push back, and they disappear again, turn into clogs. I have noticed nowadays kids have a lovely idea on the back of their heel. They have a little wheel, and they just roll like that, and they glide across the pavement in the most wonderful, elegant way. I wish I was a kid nowadays, but there we are. And here's a pair of slippers which I picked up in MoMA, well, New York, I think it is, about 30 years ago. They're lighted slippers, very comfortable to wear, but if you're in a strange house trying to find your way to the bathroom in the dark, you just push the back and it lights up. There's a little button at the back here which you push, and they light up and they show the way very well indeed. You could use them in the garden, I guess, too, for looking out for things, but avoid any messes. Lighted slippers. This one here is becoming quite commonplace now. I've only got one left. I originally had two, but they're made. This one's made by Kenko of Japan, and it helps to massage the feet. I suppose it's some sort of acupuncture effect, and does all sorts of good things for your health. They're very comfortable to wear, despite the spikes, which are all made of rubber and nicely rounded over. A curious idea, but they're becoming fairly well known. I've seen them in quite a number of shops now. A bizarre thing here, which I picked up many years ago, was a pair of boots on springs. This was a bit of a disappointment. When I took these to a children's party, what I did was, the children of course loved the idea, but when they got on top of them and wore them, they found they didn't actually spring at all well, because the spring here is very thick. It's got a very high modulus, so they needed to be much heavier. But later on I did take them to a mixed party where there were adults and children, and the adults, some of whom were playful, had to go put them on, and they bounced very well with them, spring heel jack stuff. But for kids, which would be more fun, you need a softer spring, and they do make ones down there for children, which is kind. Because I think children love the idea of springing up and down. This one here, which I'm going to do very slowly, are slippers. I've had these for many years, and I've got slippers like these, looking like monster feet, but these ones also have a battery inside them. So as you're walking across the carpet, they go as if you're a 50-foot high Godzilla walking down your high street and crashing the parked cars and the trees. Wonderful things. For children, a wonderful fantasy. This strange pair of things was by a local supplier who suggested you should put these on the front legs of your chair. And I've done this on my armchair for many years. I've had these sitting there as if they're a pair of three-toed, some sort of bird effect, you know. It's a very nice idea. They don't do anything. They just sit there looking very humorous on the bottom of the chair legs. Here's a bizarre thing. Bare bottoms or soled sandals. The idea is to wear them and looking like sandals, but inside all you find is straps and nothing else. No sole, no heel, no instep, no nothing, just a pair of straps. And you have to wear it around your feet as if you're wearing sandals. Very curious idea. Soled sandals. Even more curious is this extraordinary thing from Japan. An artisan's taken a piece of cardboard and turned it into a square tube, And then he's very carefully cut and folded and cut and folded and produced this trainer. So if I was to undo this, which I'd hate to do, it would be very complicated to put it back again, it would be able to completely reform the tube as if nothing had been cut from it. An extraordinary work of art. Very fine. If I was of the female gender and collected shoes, well, I could do worse than go to this little Bible of extraordinary shoes. There's several hundred here, most bizarre. My favourite one, which I've earmarked, is this one here. Look at this for a high heel. What an incredible idea. And the rest is equally bizarre. So the last item to show you is a very nice trick that a friend David Murdo, who I've known for many years, showed me, and I've tried it out at parties, something for you to try out as well. Just go into a private room like the bathroom, make an adjustment to your attire, come back into the room as quietly and as unobtrusively as you can, find a chair, sit down and lounge with your feet crossed, with your arms crossed, looking very relaxed. Then and only then, call attention to everybody. Come over here, I've got an optical illusion, 3 pint of beer for the first who spots it, put their arm up. What is amiss about my person? I look quite normal and natural, but something is amiss about what I'm wearing. What is it? And after about a minute, don't draw it out more than that, you slowly uncross your arms and nothing amiss there. Then you slowly uncross your legs. And, oh my, not the wrong trousers, the wrong feet. Ha!